Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Political Vigilante. My name is Graham Elwood. Look at it now. Come on. Look at the graphic float around. Gotta love it. Here's some good news, everybody. Look at this. Federal court dismisses $900 million pipeline company lawsuit against Greenpeace. If you want to know what... Oh, the oil lobby. They are just a treat, aren't they? Here's what these jackasses did. On August 22nd, 2017, Energy Transfer Partners, we know they put the Dakota Access Pipeline, they're doing that Bayou Pipeline, they're awful, filed a $900 million lawsuit in the United States District Court for the District of North Dakota. I see why they did it. They own a lot of politicians in North Dakota. So they're like, wow, we'll file it there. We own all those politicians. We probably got a couple judges on the payroll. This should break in our favor. Alleging violations of Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act, RICO, and other claims against Greenpeace International, Greenpeace Inc., Greenpeace Fund, Bank Track, and the Movement for Earth First. This is the RICO Act. Do you know what the RICO Act is? This was designed racketeering. This was created to bust mobsters back in like the 30s or 40s or something like that. Because what would happen, a mob boss would tell his lieutenants or whatever to go commit these crimes. So when the guy got busted, the mob boss could say, I had nothing to do with it. I didn't do it. So they created this Racketeer Influenced and Corrupt Organizations Act. This is to get this is how weaselly Energy Transfer Partners, yeah. They're trying to claim Greenpeace is like the mob because they want to do crazy... I mean, the mob is always about protecting people's drinkable water, correct? Isn't that what the mob's always done? All organized crime is always about protecting sovereign land and drinkable water. Shut your filthy, greasy oil mouths. And guess what? You lost. You lost. The decision to dismiss this lawsuit, which alleged Greenpeace to engage in racketeering and defamation. The balls on the oil lobby. The balls on these people. Can you imagine? They're claiming the victim. The oil lobby, the pipeline people, they're claiming this is Energy Transfer Partners. They're the ones that hired Tiger Swan, a private security company that the United States government used in Iraq to use counter-terrorist techniques against water protectors. The balls, the brazen balls. I don't blame them because they win this kind of crap. They own everybody. Well, no, you lost, Energy Transfer. You gutless, soulless bags of shit. You lost. Accusing Greenpeace of racketeering. Oh, yeah, definitely Greenpeace is racketeering. Absolutely. Yeah, and the Girl Scouts is a paramilitary organization that wants to, overtake our schools. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Girl Scouts are a violent terrorist organization that is trying to get us all addicted to Thin Mints. It's very clear. We should impose RICO on the Girl Scouts. Engage in racketeering and defamation. This sends a strong message to all companies trying to silence civil society with baseless cases. Yeah, it does. A district judge, Billy Roy Wilson, wrote in his order dismissing the case that posting articles written by people with similar beliefs does not create a RICO enterprise. You know what's so beautiful about what this judge did? This sets a precedent. That's what this judge did. This sets a precedent in legal terms. Now, any other corporation tries to claim this bullshit, they'll say, Your Honor, Greenpeace v. weaselly corporate oil maggots rules show you this. Donating to people who cause you support does not create a RICO enterprise. That's what they were claiming. Getting people, here's what they claimed. Greenpeace was saying, donate to us and we will fight Energy Transfer Partners. So they were saying, oh, it's a racketeering enterprise. Do you see the psychosis of these people? So if you donate to Greenpeace, You're contributing to racketeering. That's what they were trying to say. Good for this district judge for doing this. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. So when you guys buy organic food, you are actually engaging in racketeering against pesticide companies. Did you know that? Yep. You're trying to damage pesticide companies whenever you buy organic food. Does that sound crazy to you? Sounds crazy to me. Sounds crazy to a judge. Don't forget Energy Transfer. Suck it. You lost. You lost because you're evil and stupid and you're poisoning the earth. And guess what? Your dumb children are going to get poisoned by this water too, because you're stupid and greedy, and you're probably going to have stupid and greedy children. I hope that your children wake up, but you're a weasel maggot. You're a bowl of maggots. I hope this isn't offending anyone in the oil lobby. We must, and this is the quote from Greenpeace lawyers, which is fantastic, we must and will continue to hold Energy Transfer accountable for its corporate behavior on current risky pipeline projects like Bayou Bridge, where the company is continuing to use private security and intimidate protesters. One of the things they're trying to do down in Bayou, is people that are protesting, they're calling them terrorists. That's their new tactic too. In addition to this RICO Act, failed, you lost, because you're losers and you're bad people, is so someone is like protesting, chaining themselves to it or just standing in the way, they're calling them terrorists. So you want to protect you and your family. You want them to have a clean water supply. They're saying you're the same thing as like those guys that blew up the Boston Marathon. That offends me. I hope it offends you. Where the company has continued to use private security to intimidate protesters and has aggressively used eminent domain laws to secure land. We are confident that this decision will set a precedent that deters Energy Transfer and other corporations from abusing the legal system in their quest to bully those that speak truth to the power. They're bullies. Greenpeace will continue to fight for the ability of all people to advocate for human rights and the planet. Big win. You know how I talk about on this show? Get involved. You know how you think, well, Graham, I'm just one person living in some town or whatever. What can I do? Well, guess what? A bunch of people who felt like I'm all alone donated to Greenpeace, got involved with Greenpeace, gave them the money and the energy, because this cost their lawyers a bunch of money to fight this. And they won. You see how every little thing counts? You see when I talk about this? Every little action that you take, every dollar that you spend, every dollar you don't spend, when I say vote with your dollars. See what I mean? Leaving your car home one day a week. Not using just a little bit, public transportation, riding a bike, something, carpooling, every little thing cuts into their bottom line. The arrogance of them, and they lost. See what I'm saying? The decision to dismiss the case comes in a key moment of growing resistance to pipelines around the world. In just the past year, we've seen more than 400,000 people around the globe join Greenpeace's demand that leading global banks not fund Energy Transfer and tar sands pipelines in light of the threats they pose to human rights, indigenous sovereignty, and the climate. It's exactly what I'm just talking about. You see what happens if you pull a couple $1,000s out of one of the banks that supports it and you put it into a credit union? I pulled my money out of Wells Fargo that I had in an IRA in my retirement account, and I put it into a credit union. Just that. I still have to keep some of my business accounts in Wells Fargo because I haven't found credit unions that handle corporate accounts that well where I live. But look at that. See what that meant? If 400,000 people pull out $2,000, that's $8 billion? Am I doing my math right? 80 billion maybe? Maybe my math is wrong. My math sucks, but see how that works? See how what happens when a bunch of individuals make a collective action, how powerful it is. They have just emboldened Greenpeace, which is awesome. The racketeering case dismissed today is the second case filed by Trump's go-to law firm, Kasowitz Benson Torres, against Greenpeace on behalf of corporate interests. I don't know, maybe email that law firm, let them know what you think. In 2016, Resolute Forest Products filed a strikingly similar strategic lawsuit against public participation for, this is 300 million Canadian dollars, through Kasowitz. Last month, Judge Teagard dismissed the RICO and most of the other claims against all Greenpeace entities. Oh, they keep losing, these jackasses. You keep losing, you corporate greedy assholes. Get on the right side. That's how, they don't play fair. They don't play fair. Fight them with everything we got. We just took a big victory. I'm happy about this victory. Vote with your dollars, folks. Help out this show. Patreon.com/GrahamElwood. Allows me the money and the time to cover stuff like this, because I don't see this. They're not going to talk about this. Is Rachel Maddow talking about this? She covered Standing Rock like once. She didn't keep covering it. She's too busy talking about how Russia is attacking, you know, your children's cookies. Which we know that Putin funds the Girl Scouts. This we know. They're a Russian-backed paramilitary organization sent to overthrow America. Rachel Maddow told me that, so it must be true. Also, come on the road, folks. I'm headlining Chicago, February 21st through March 2nd, and then Progressive Comedy Tour is coming to the Gulf States. Ron and I are trying to go to parts of the country that wouldn't normally get it. So March 10th through the 13th. I know they're weeknights, but you come out and support the shows. Bring a friend that's not that politically active. Okay? Lafayette, Louisiana, March 10th. Oxford, Mississippi, the 11th. Pensacola, Florida, the 12th. And New Orleans on the 13th. Tickets are at GrahamElwood.com. We go to Texas in April. Join us. Thanks for watching.